Hello everyone, hope you're doing well and welcome to another video of Advanced CSS course. So in this video we're going to talk about the 2D transforms in CSS. So before jumping out to the main point, if you didn't subscribe my YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe this channel and hit the bell icon so you'll get the notification of my new video when I upload them. Alright, so let's get started. So the CSS transforms allows you to move, rotate, scroll and skew element. So in this chapter we are going to talk about the transform property in CSS, which includes some methods, which are 9 methods. So we are going to talk about all of these. So the first one is translate, rotate, scroll X, scroll Y, and scroll. And then we are going to talk about the skew X, skew Y, skew, and the last one is matrix. So first we're going to start from the translate, and the translate method moves an element from its current position according to the parameters given to the x-axis and y-axis. So first we're going to use a translate method. So here I'm going to create a div element and I'm going to give it an ID. So this ID will be the TRAN, which is translate ORIG. So here I'm going to write simple text original. Let's add an I here, and I'm going to copy this and paste it here. So this one will be translated, or you can say transform. Transform, and here I'm going to add an ID, an h1 element. So I'm going to add title here. So CSS 2D transforms, and this topic is going to be h2. This one is the translate method. So now let's save this, and now let's jump over to the web page, and as you can see a simple text here. So now we are going to jump over. This one will be transform forms here. And now let's jump over to the, so first let's copy this. Let's jump over to the CSS. So here I'm going to add it. First I'm going to add the border 2px solid black. So we're going to set the width, which will be 200 pixel, and the height will be 200 pixel as well. So now let's add a background color. So background color is going to be light blue. So that's it. Now let's save this and let's refresh the page. And here we can see the first, which is the original one, color and border with width and height. And now we're going to add the same thing to our transform element, and then we're going to add the translate into this. So we are going to copy this, not from here, we're going to copy this from Control C, and here I'm going to add tran and transform, and now we're going to add here this here and paste it, and I'm going to add transform, and I'm going to use the translate, and here I'm going to add 50 pixel x-axis and 100 pixel y-axis. I'm going to save this, and now let's refresh the page. As you can see, translate move the element from its current position. So it will move also this one when we refresh the page, when we paste it right here. So let me copy this and paste is the first one, and let's save this. As you can see, when I refresh the page here, you can see it will remove the element from its current position according to the parameters given x-axis and y-axis. So hope you understand until this point the use of translate. It will move the element from its current position according to the x-axis and y-axis. And now let's jump over to the rotate section. So here I'm going to use, instead of this translate, I'm going to use the rotate, and the rotate is going to be added by the degree. So I'm going to use 20 degree, and let's save this and let's refresh the page. As you can see, so the rotate method rotates an element clockwise or counterclockwise according to the given degree. And when I use the minus, and the minus will rotate it counterwise, and I refresh the page, as you can see. So hope you understand until this point. And now we are going to use a the scale. So the scale method increases or decreases the size of an element according to the parameter given for the width and the height. So instead of the rotate, we are going to use a scale, and here I'm going to specify the width and the height. And now let's save this and let's refresh the page. So as you can see, size is increased by height and the width. Let me use this 1 to 1. Let's save this. Here you can see, or maybe it will 2 or 1. Let's save this and let's refresh the page. As you can see, its size is increased. So hope you understand. You can also pass the half value, like 1.5 or 1.8, for example. And I save and refresh the page. As you can see, it will increase the size by using the half value as well. So the skew-x method skews an element along with the x-axis by giving angles. So you can also pass the degree to the skew-x. So now let's remove this and let's add skew-x, and this one will be 20 degree. Now let's save this and let's refresh the page. As you can see, this will only add the changes into angle of the element, and also you can add minus 20 degree. And you can see it will rotate the angle of the element. And you can also use the y, skew y. Let's save this and let's refresh the page. Here you can see, and you can also use the minus degree for y as well. And you can also use the only skew element, and you can pass the both x-axis and y-axis. So let's add 10 degree. So the first one will x-axis and y-axis. So now let's save this and let's refresh the page. Here you can see the matrix method combines all the 2D transform method into one. The matrix method takes 6 parameters containing mathematical functions, which allows you to rotate, scale, move, and skew element. The parameters are scale-x method, skew y, skew x, scale y, translate x, and translate y. So now let's cover this well. So now let's work on this as well. So here I'm going to use the transform, and here I'm going to use the matrix method, and inside the parentheses I'm going to just pass the value. So the first I'm going to pass the scale x, which is 1, and after that I'm going to spread this with a comma, and then I'm going to use minus 0.3, which is skew y, and let's separate this, and then I'm going to use 0, which is skew x, and one which is skull y, and after that I'm going to pass the translate x value which is 0 and translate y which is 0 as well. So now let's save this, and now let's refresh the page, and as you can see it works perfectly. So hope you understand. If you have any question, any suggestion, please leave the comment below. If you like this video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe.